So I've got to add a little disclaimer before we get into this video. My cognitive abilities right now are a little bit low, and so I may mispronounce some sentences. I may say something more stupid than usual. May do something more stupid than usual. The reason because of this is because I just finished working a 22-hour shift, and you know, I'm not even saying that as like a humble flex, you know, like I'm not trying to say that, you know, I work harder than you, even though I obviously do. I'm not trying to say that, like, you know, I'm more resilient than you are, even though I obviously am. You know, I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you in any sort of way, you know? That's not what I'm about. It is what it is. I'm the alpha, you're not. So, you know, the sooner you just fall into the sooner you fall into line, the easier things will be. I get to drive onto a ferry to get to this guy's house. This is kind of weird, but also pretty cool. Never done this before. Wow, how about this? Today we are doing what we were going to do in the last episode before I broke everything. And we're going to buy a tractor. I think I found a good one online, so we're driving over to the guy's house right now to go and check it out. He's an early bird too. I mean, I left at like 5:30 in the morning. He's like, oh, I wake up around 7, so anytime around there would be good. Old people. I don't know what it is about them in mornings. This is kind of a cool little area he's got here. I like this. Alright, well, let's go knock on his door. I've asked him quite a few questions about the tractor already over the phone, but I haven't asked him why he's selling it, because it looks like I'd be willing to bet that he's had this farm for a long time and he bought that tractor brand new. But let's go find out.
Oh, hey there. So you're wondering why I'm selling it, huh? Well, I'm getting to the age where I'm starting to slow down. I just can't work as hard as I used to. I can't talk any of my kids or grandkids into helping me with the farm, but I also don't want to let it go. So I figure I'll just downsize a little bit. I really don't want to sell this old tractor. I've owned it since it was brand new. But 3 tractors on a one-man farm just isn't necessary, and I could really use the money right now.
Dang, well, that's kind of a bummer why he's selling it, but I guess that's kind of the case for a lot of people around that age. This is really cool, though. He's got an old harvester there, old seeder, old cultivator. I don't even know what model that John Deere is over there. It looks like he's pretty set on John Deere, though. I guess that harvester's not John Deere. Got a few bales. Oh, and here it is. Here's what we're looking at. We are now the proud new owners of a John Deere 4020. Man, I'm excited. He didn't sound very excited about selling it, but I promised we would take good care of it. So now we got to fulfill that promise. I ended up paying $15,000 for it, which might be a little bit steep for a tractor of that size and that age, but it's in really good condition. I mean, there's not a whole lot of wear and tear on it, so I'm excited. It is now 3 in the afternoon, and I'm already back at Riverbend Springs, this time with the cargo trailer, because I found a cab online that I think will fit that tractor, and so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I'm a little bit nervous though. The guy I was talking to when I was messaging him, he just seemed a little bit weird, a little bit off. I'm a bit worried it's a scam and I may be getting in a bad situation here. But I looked really closely at the photos and it looked like the background of Riverbend Springs, so I don't think it was fake photos. And I feel like the cab of a tractor would be a really weird thing to try to lure people in on. It's not something that like many people would be after, I don't think. I believe this is his house though. Looks like there's all kinds of just, I don't want to say junk, but kind of just junk scattered everywhere. I guess this is kind of what he does, is just buy and sell random little things. Okay, got it loaded into the trailer. Paid about $500 for it. And by my measurements, it should fit. I may or may not have to do a little bit of modifications, maybe not any at all, but it should fit. And I didn't get murdered, so good deal. Alright, everything has made it back to the yard, and I'm going to get to work on this. I'm going to give it a deep cleaning, maybe go through the engine just a little bit, just check and see how things are, and then try to get the cab fitted on there. I don't know how long it's going to take or how hard it's going to be, but I guess time will tell. It took a couple days, but we got it done. And I think it looks really nice. It kind of covers up that sticker right there. That's the only thing that bothers me, but we can live with that. Look at that. We've got AC, heat, none of that is connected. That's just an empty plastic box. But listen to this. It sounds pretty healthy. I haven't even driven it except for going on and off the trailer. And so now we gotta try to find some work to do. I feel like that's a weird thing to, I don't know, I guess do contracts with, is just going around with the tractor being like, hey, you need some help on your farm? But you'd be surprised when you start asking people. They'll give you some weird jobs. As far as I'm aware, there's really only one farmer in town, and that is my next door neighbor, Walter. And so we're gonna go talk to him. I've really only talked to him once when we were going around and fixing things, touching up on our mechanic skills. We worked on his harvester over there. And so I think I was supposed to turn right there. I'll go around. But let's go see if there's maybe anything we could help him with. He's got a pretty nice little yard here though. I like this.
Well, hello. How can I help you today?
Well, I'm looking to get my foot in the door of doing some farm work. Mostly as a hobby. I've just bought a tractor and I'd like to put it to use. So I was wondering if there's any work I could help with around your farm.
Oh, well, be careful what you wish for, kid. I fell and injured my knee this summer while moving hay bales. The doctor said I'll be healed for next year's season, but not this year's. I can't bend my knee enough or even have the strength to climb in and out of my equipment just yet, so I was planning on leaving the fields alone. But if you're up for the challenge, I'd be happy to let you do the field work this season if you're willing to learn.
Yeah, I would love that. I mean, I'd be ready to start today if there's anything that can be done.
Well, look at Mr. Ambitious over here. My farm is very small. Only 2 fields at the moment, but there's always work to be done. I'll tell you what, I saw that new flatbed you just bought. I have a few bags of seed and fertilizer sitting at the store in Elm Creek that I've been meaning to go get. Would you be interested in going down to pick it up?
Yeah, of course.
Once that's done, the fields are ready to be seeded. You can use my seeder and even my tractor if you want, but you seem excited to try out yours. I'll give you $2,000 for the whole deal.
All right, well that worked out good. I'm pretty happy Walter fell and injured his knee. And we're back at Elm Creek. You don't come here for 3 years, and then I've been here twice in like a week. It's kind of funny how that works. If you're ever in the area and want somewhere good to eat, this is the place. That is the place for sure. Alrighty, looks like this is the place. Never been here before. Alright, I'll try to just park out of the way here and go see where his supposed bags of seed and fertilizer are. Around back, he says. Look at all this computerized garbage. You couldn't pay me to own anything in this lot. Gosh, but look at how shiny it is though. It's got leveling on it. Ooh, I like that. Nice radio, perfect air conditioner, perfect heat. Look at all these little gadgets. So roomy. This seat, oh man, this seat feels good. Even a little guest seat there. Man, even the little guy is nice. I mean, maybe we could afford something like this, you know, with a little bit of... Alright, we're getting distracted here. We're getting distracted. There it is. Okay.